Hi guys, welcome back. In this video I'm playing Dyrroth in the jungle. Sometimes I do get help from my roam or my mid lane, which is good because then I can get my levels faster and I can rotate faster or go to the turtle. I think mid laner should always look to help your jungle at the start because you can do your couple of spells and then clear the wave easily. Here I was able to get the enemy mid laner because she was diving my mid laner. Maybe I should have joined earlier.
Show you the true abyss. As I embrace the follow with the abyss, bloodlines faded to dust.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like this lizard takes a lot of time to kill it. Here we took down the enemy mid laner, so it's also a help for me to get the turtle, because that mid laner cannot help the enemy jungler. And in this game my team was quite active, which is a good scene to have, because normally it's not very regular that you get that very active team. I have to normally ping them to call for turtle to just act fast. In this game I've had help, or my team had been doing good rotations, especially this roam played really well. One major difference that I've seen so far in Dyrroth from Masha is that Masha definitely is much more stronger than Dyrroth in the late game, and the Dyrroth is probably the strongest in the early game. Masha is also strong in early game, but some heroes, can poke her, harass her, and just take her HP bars slowly. So she has to be careful against some heroes, and Dyrroth is one of them. So, but in the late game, once you see that Masha can just one shot or two shot enemy marksman and enemy mid laner, that can completely change the game, because their damage dealers just gets taken out of the fight. But Dyrroth, as I'm learning, you have to capitalize on your early game if you want to win late game and you want to be helpful. And that's why the jungle, I think, is comparatively better, because and you just have to rotate, and your EXP, if you make him stronger, then he can carry and your gold can carry, and you can also help carry from the jungle as well. But if you're EXP, then a lot of responsibility is only on you. So yeah, taking these objectives really help, and Dyrroth is really good at taking those objectives as well as getting quick kills. In this game, I tried to rotate in the gore lane more because the Hanabi is quite killable in early game.
To the abyss was my grand coronation. In the end, they'll all come crawling to my feet.
Launch attack!
I will show you the true abyss.
Shut down! Mega kill!
Here I saw that some action is happening in the mid lane, so I wanted to join them. And as you can see that my team is quite active in this game, and they were always on the rotation and looking for kills, which is good because Dyrroth is a fighter. He wants to fight early. He wants to join teammates to get kills and support them. But if your teammates are just farming and are not looking to fight enemy early, then that is a disadvantage if you are playing the Dyrroth, because Dyrroth wants to go in. The Zilong is, also a early game hero, but he is normally not a match for Dyrroth in the early game if you play him right. But yeah, sometimes the only way Dyrroth dies to Zilong, and I have done that, is because if you go near him in the turret and he pulls you back using his skill and gets you in the turret, and with the help of turret damage he can take you down in the level 1 or 2. So I avoid doing that. I've learned my lesson. Otherwise, I don't think I have seen Dyrroth suffer against any hero in the early game. Since Dyrroth can clear the jungle quite fast, so he can get levels quite well and quite quickly as well. So you should maximize your farming and taking of your objectives, as well as participating in the team fights as much as you can, because Dyrroth can, and that's his strong suit. Just like this, you can even dive towers if you are ahead.
Legendary! Request backup!
So if you have an active team, then Dyrroth is an ideal hero in that game. So here in this game I was lucky to have this active team, although there are not huge amount of kills, but you can see that there are active engagements. And there you go again, I did this mistake of using my ultimate quite quickly, and I should wait. This is what I'm practicing as well. I should wait for using my ultimate so that I do not miss it. But sometimes you do not hit it, obviously, because enemy can just move away, because there is a slight delay in hitting your ultimate. And since you're playing jungle, you do not have any supporting skill like a flicker to move with the enemy while using ultimate. So that's a disadvantage, so you have to be careful. Here you can see the shields even do not matter against Dyrroth, because it can do minus defense using his second skill. So yeah, as far as damage is concerned, even without too much damage items, Dyrroth can deal a lot of damage. That's why I like to go for Dominance Eyes after War Axe instead of making another damage item. But yeah, I am trying, or at least I want to make a video of pure damage Dyrroth, like Sky Piercer, War Axe, and other damage items, so that I can see how he does, especially in the mid game. But I feel like Dyrroth does require
Ult is not ready.
these sustainability items because he has this passive, and to gain HP from your passive you need some HP. If you just are too squishy and just will die in couple of skills, then you won't be able to maximize your lifesteal. So that's what I feel. But yeah, I have that in my mind. Yeah, here you can see that, as I said, my room was playing really well, and if it was not for him, I would have been dead here. But he knew that I was going to die, so he just went in and used his ultimate, and I was able to just not only survive and rather kill the enemy EXP as well.
Initiate retreat. Okay. Team destroyed a
So I try to push as much as I can, as well as taking objectives while I'm playing jungle. But I am not able to do that if my team is not good, because it's a team game. You cannot do anything on your own if your team is not supporting you. And people should also pick tanks in the game where Dyrroth is there, because people normally assume that he can survive the enemy damage, but that's not the case in the late game. He dies pretty easily because the enemy team can cover his second skill pathway so that he cannot move away, and then he does not have any escape skills. So yeah, the tank does help, although he can sustain a lot of damage, but a frontliner is always good to have. Just like here, just see how much damage Hanabi did to me. Although if I am the one initiating on her, then that is the different case. But since she started the damage while we were busy with another hero, so she had an advantage of the position there. And then again, as I said, the turtle, the lords, these are easy objectives for Dyrroth because he can sustain their damage. And just look, I am at full HP all the time. So you should always look to get objectives while you're playing this Dyrroth jungle, as well as participating in the team fights and getting kills.
Superb control.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Since we have been actively participating in all the kills and team fights, now my marksman also has some farm, so he is starting to get some kills as well. So yeah, that's all for this video. With this lord we were able to finish the game. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.